Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Big Thinker universe. Today's episode is called AI or Die. And yes, I admit it, I jumped on the bandwagon of doom and gloom, and I'm going to tell you, don't be afraid of AI. I've gotten off of the Armageddon bandwagon, and I'm now on the AI bandwagon. And so, what I'm going to say is that everybody's going to tell you that AI is going to end humanity. I assure you, humanity will end humanity. We are our own biggest problem. We're the ones that we need to watch out for. If AI is the tool that we use to end humanity, so be it. I feel like we'll find other ways. Now, I'm talking about AI or die. And what I mean, this is not the usual bandwagon that people are on. I'm not saying that AI is for everyone, but I am saying that if you figure out that AI is for you, it is the difference between life and death in small business. Now, if AI is not your thing, that's okay too. So what I'm saying is if you think you should adopt AI, you probably should. If you're convinced that you don't need AI, that's fine. So AI or die is a bit dramatic, but here's the thing. The kind of people I work with love AI. I personally love AI. I have made the comment many times that we were separated at birth. I speak AI inherently and natively. To me, it just makes sense. For those of you who are still on the fence, I'm not here to tip you either way. I'm not here to tell you what you should do. I'm here to share what I did. So, for the record, I don't encourage anyone to do exactly what I did because I took the long, slow path. I spent hours and hours learning things that I didn't need to learn just to say that I'd learned them. So, here's what I'm going to share. In the Big Thinker universe, we were all about big level, high level objectives. And we're always looking at how do we achieve our objectives with the least amount of effort expended. And that, for anybody who's not familiar with the Pareto principle, stop the video, go Google it. Everything we do is about looking for the leverage points in our lives. So for me personally, I love AI because I figured out how to amplify who I am and my voice. So as an example, one of the things I like to do is after I record a video like this, I use AI to turn the transcript into content that is written that I can share with people. Now, the key is I draft it and then I finish it. So for me, AI is amazing as a brainstorming tool and it's amazing as a polishing tool. But at the end of the day, it still needs to be my voice. So if you're looking for the quote unquote get rich using AI videos, not me. I am hardworking. I love the challenge of solving weird problems, and I love the entrepreneurial space. And as an ADHD entrepreneur, one of the things I found is that AI helps me finish all the many things I have on my to-do list every day, so that I'm not looking to be busier, not looking to do more, but what I'm looking for is the things I finish are higher quality. So if you're looking for simple wins, if you're looking for cheats and hacks, this isn't the place to go. This is not a demo or a training of AI, but I'm going to share with you my mindset and my approach to AI. Now, for the record, you can use whatever AI you want. It's almost become like religion. People are fighting over, is it Gemini versus chat versus something else? I don't care what AI you choose. My advice is pick the AI you like, pick the AI that gives you the best results, and get really good at one. I know a lot of people right now, I get a newsletter where it announces roughly 100 new AI models a week. Good luck with that. Not for me. So for me personally, I found that ChatGPT was the best tool for me, and therefore I spend my time becoming the best at ChatGPT. Now, I like to produce written content. I like to take recorded content and turn it into written. So for me, ChatGPT works well. You pick the one that works for you. And for the record, what I say today is going to be obsolete in about 15 minutes. So don't judge that I picked ChatGPT. But for the record, I picked it because today it is the best tool for me. Again, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of other models out there. I don't care. I don't need to know every one of them. I just need to know how ChatGPT works for me. So that's the first thing I would encourage all of you, is to figure out what your objective is. What do you want to accomplish? And then pick the AI model based on your objective or objectives that will help you get there quickly. So for example, if my objective is to, and you'll never see me actually do this because I don't care, but if my objective was to build a massive following on LinkedIn, I would use the best tool to help me build a massive following on LinkedIn. Now, that's probably a combination of video, combination of audio, but you're also going to be adding some images. There's a whole bunch of different tactics, but first we need to get the objective clear. So for me personally, I use ChatGPT predominantly to help me create systems and processes and training so that I can help my clients onboard their clients better. And we use ChatGPT for that particular use case because I know it works well for me. You'll get different results. Feel free to play around with it. But for me personally, what we do is we list our clients' top 3 objectives. We then identify their strategies that they're going to follow. We build out the tactics, and I've had detailed videos, I'll put the links below, on objective strategies and tactics. And then from there, we build out the avatar, the customer journey map, and the unique selling proposition. Also, I'll link that below. And then what I do, based on our strategy from our objectives down to our tactics, then I use AI to rewrite or to rework or to customize content based on our objectives, our strategy, our tactics, and based on our avatar, our customer journey map, and our unique selling proposition. So what I love about using GPT for that is I can get right inside the head of my avatar, my perfect client profile or ideal client profile, whatever you want to call it. I'm not here to tell you what words work for you. I'd have my words. Avatar makes sense to me. You're going to have something different. That's okay. But what I do is everything I create, whether it's blog posts, whether it's social media, whether it's workbooks, client journey maps, everything I create starts with the top level objective and the strategies so that we create something unique for our client. So I get a little obsessive over these things. You don't need to be as crazy as I am. But what I use AI for is to come up with the questions that I need to ask my existing clients so that I can identify what they believe, what they think, how they make decisions, and believe it or not, how they learn. And from there, what I do is I create the content that they need to decide if they want to work with me or not. Now, this is a big thinker universe thing, and this is probably Jeff's craziness, but one of my observations is that if we create content with a specific human in mind and we tailor it to them, we can reduce our other marketing and sales efforts. And this is a big, big leap. I am not there. My goal in life is to completely and utterly reduce the effort we do in marketing and sales to the point that we have an educational journey where people come in and they see what we do and they're self-educated, and at the end of the day, they click on the buy now button because they know with certainty we're the right solution for them. Once upon a time, I heard this. I'm going to share. Google's plan for the Google search engine was that you would ask your question and it would give you the exact answer you need. So somewhere along the line, if you do a search and it comes back with 2 million results, my understanding is that, based on the objectives of Google, roughly 2 million minus one is an error. So in a perfect world, one question, one answer. We're not there by any stretch, because you'll see that Google still gives you millions of results. But over time, as we improve search engine and we understand people's intentions and the stage in their life, we should be able to get really clear and say, here's the next step in your journey. And by the way, if you think that's crazy, you can stop here, because that's the kind of things I like to talk about, is how do we help our very perfect client avatar, the ideal client, how do we help them find us? And people laugh at me all the time, but I like to say that good marketing should feel like a love letter to your perfect avatar. They should read it and go, oh my God, he gets me, or she gets me, or they get me. I want to work with this company. Again, that's my goal, not where I am today, but that's my goal. And so what I look to do is I want to understand exactly where my customer is today. I want to understand what things they need to know or understand or believe or do so that they're ready to work with me. And this is where AI becomes very, very powerful. First step, I create the questions that I need to ask to identify what they are looking for, how they look, how they decide, etc. So step number one is getting really, really clear on where they are and what they need. Step two is finding ways to give them the choice, the paved path from, I don't know who this is, to here's how we work together. Now, one of my friends, one of the books I've read is by Steve Sims. I think it's called Go for Stupid. And the quote that he said in that book, I can't forget it. It's amazing. The quote is, our job is to be impossible to misunderstand. And I promise you, if you stop and look at your marketing efforts, your sales efforts, you probably have a lot of room to improve, because it seems like traditional marketing and sales is all about smoke and mirrors and confusing people. So I believe, as an entrepreneur, my job is to eliminate the complexity so that my offering is impossible to misunderstand. And if you don't believe me, just go talk to any service provider you've ever worked with and talk to 3 of their competitors and ask them, what do you do? And they get so hung up in their industry jargon. For example, I've dealt with accountants. They'll say, well, we file your tax returns. Okay, what does that involve? Some of them that involves they do your bookkeeping, and then they prepare the reports, and then they prepare the tax return. Some of them they only take your bookkeeping results, create the tax return. There's a variety of different things in what people consider a single product or service. So we want to make it really clear to our audience what we do. Now, this was a bit of a rant, but the reality is, if you don't have the time and energy to fall in love with your customer and figure out exactly what you need, you're going to spend a lot of time and energy chasing the next customer. Whereas if you fall in love with your existing customers and you find ways to nurture them, your business grows faster and easier. But again, this is where AI can really help you. You can run it through and say, here's what I think I'm saying. Is this what it is? So I'm going to encourage you to look at ways you can implement AI in your business and how it might help you. Thank you.